Good morning and welcome to Podcasts from the Pit. I'm Casey.
I'm Ronnie Trickshot from Down Under.
I'm Eric Harper from West Virginia.
And I'm Matt Fox. I'm with Shdowbox Collective. I'm out of Philadelphia.
Nice.
Welcome.
Welcome. First time to the Pit.
Yes.
Thank you.
And very, very interested in what you've got going on.
Yeah.
Especially after the pictures I seen. But, like we always like to do on the Pit, we like to just start off and say hi to everybody in the chat.
Yep.
Bring it on.
See who we got.
The regular crowd has shuffled in. Oh, jeez, I'm just making a mess here.
Hey, well.
Better Ray Bob. Todd Smith, good morning.
Good morning.
Look at this legend.
Absolute legend.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Ken. One of my new favorite people, ABC.
Yes.
I love that voice. When we had him on a few weeks ago, all I can picture now is him voicing Destro for us. When Jono does his thing, I think that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Wes, good morning.
Hey, Wes.
Joe A-Raw, good morning. One in Toys, how are you?
Hey.
And everybody's saying hi to each other. I love that.
Ron, what are you doing?
Good.
Oh, I just knocked everything off my shelf, so I was just making sure I didn't drop anything.
You know what you could use?
What?
Probably
a Shdowbox display case.
I thought you were going to say stands.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare.
And
Joe
stands.
Fan.
Yoshi?
Hey, here we go. Rex Ship, ahoy.
There he is.
Howdy.
Yep.
Adam, good morning.
Hey,
Who
Adam.
wants a meat pie?
Sounds interesting.
A pie Sammy. Get a pie Sammy.
Jeremiah, good morning.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, look, Skid Mark's already in the house.
Yeah, boy.
Just got back from Steve's house. G.I. Joker's here yet? Is he?
Larry, good morning.
Hey, Larry.
I haven't seen him yet. Hey, Zazel, good morning.
Hey, Zazel.
Or evening. I guess it's evening. All right, that's
everyone.
Everybody so far, but people usually, we do start early,
Yeah,
or late, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
This is true.
Eric was up early today, which was amazing. Well done, Eric.
Conked out during your stream last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nate, good morning.
Hello, Nate. Were we that boring, Eric?
No,
Zach.
I was just that tired.
G'day, Zach. You were tired. Casey, were we boring last night, mate?
No, that was pretty fun.
No.
All right.
I didn't hardly get any of the questions right, though. That's why I wasn't typing them in.
Fair enough.
I didn't make it much past your all's intro.
Of course.
Okay.
Good morning.
Thanks for sticking with us, Eric. Good work.
I apologize, man. I mean, I was tired. I mean, I got home and I was just like,
You were what? You were what?
Tired.
What were you?
Tired.
I think he's trying to say tired.
That's what I said. They like to make fun of me because I can't speak proper English.
What do they put on the top of a tank?
A tort. See how they treat me? I'm like the little redheaded stepchild that they never wanted. Yes, I was tarred and feathered.
You were tarred. If you were in a tank, you might have got tarred in the turret.
Hey, ask him what you call a wheelbarrow.
It's a wheelbarrow.
Huh?
Yeah. And you borrow water.
Okay. No worries.
I picked up a lot of my grandma's dialect.
Okay. All right.
She's just old hill folk.
Poor old Matt's sitting down there wondering what he's walked into.
He's like, what in tarnation am I in for here?
What intonation?
This is West Virginia English 101.
Yeah.
Eric's our
like-
teacher.
They like picking on me. I can't help it.
We're not picking on you, mate. So we're just
I know. Laughing with me.
yeah.
Or at you. It's all right.
Once I start getting into it, you'll probably hear some Philadelphia dialect. So you can't help it. I try to have a somewhat neutral dialect, but it always comes back to those your parents and your grandparents and how they spoke. So I won't blame you, Eric.
Thanks, Shark Eyes.
All right.
Captions
So
will just look at you be like, I give. I quit.
it'd just be WTF all the way across. So anybody pick up anything this week? I only got one thing.
I've been working on something. I got it done. I'm be glad to show it off. So
Sure.
go ahead and what you get, Casey?
I only got one thing because I thought I'll just have BBTS send me my pile of loot. It's already paid for.
Yeah.
That way, I asked them to send it last week, so I'd have it for a show today. I still don't have it. I just got a shipping notice yesterday.
Here comes the Motu.
Nope, no Motu. I enjoyed the Haya Walking Dead figure so much that I got a Star Trek Haya figure.
Ooh, okay. Sweet.
I like Star Trek better than Star Wars.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
So I am happy to have this, and I will open it after the show.
Hey, speaking of Star Trek, William Shatner's in a bad way, apparently. I saw that.
I hear
news
that,
this week.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah.
What's going on with him? Just
Hopefully he pulls through.
Like
He was rushed to hospital, I think.
Breathing
that was
issues
what-
or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Foot snuck in there.
what's going on, big man?
What? 1 2 1 2.
Quite possibly one of the two best customizers I know.
He's a legend. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Eric speaks perfect Southern American.
Appalachian American.
Boys, I don't have any pickups this week, but I want to talk about this, and I've talked about it a lot, but I have been reading more this afternoon and madly texting my mate Adam to tell me what I've been reading about. Thanks to Ken from Toy Connections for the tip. This book is unreal. It talks about obviously the Alan Hassenfeld era of Hasbro, and this afternoon I read about the demise of G.I. Joe in 1994 when Hasbro underwent some restructuring, and it's an amazing read. So I'm about halfway through and can scarcely put it down. So I actually read this afternoon instead of doing more stuff for my YouTube channel. So I can highly recommend that, guys. Get around it.
That's I plan on reading that. So
Do it.
I never heard of that, but I appreciate the recommendation. I'm an avid reader, so that's I'll definitely put that on the list.
Yep. Toy Wars by G. Wayne Miller. So there's some good
Got
stuff in there. Yeah. And I mean, some of the stuff I read this afternoon was about Kirk Bazigian and how he was treated during Hasbro's restructuring. And someone who has met Kirk Bazigian and spent some time talking to him, just tugged at the heartstrings a bit. So, yeah, get into it. It's really good. Really good.
Yorktown Joe's, good morning.
Good morning, Yorktown.
Hello, Yorktown. It's evening here, mate. Just gone 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday night.
Ooh.
Can confirm Saturday was good, boys. So hope you guys enjoy it too.
And Toy Nuts, good morning.
Hello.
So, what have you been working on, Eric?
All right. So Lone Watchman a couple years ago did a AI picture of me And that's what I have as my avatar on Instagram. So I built a little mini me, and I painted him. He's got the bibbed overalls. Almost,
That'll work. No, I see him fine.
okay. But did the blue bibs. I don't have a tattoo, but he's got a Delta 17 tattoo. Alpha One Creations or Creative did the head sculpt. He had it 3D resin printed, and I'm loving it. The
Awesome.
main torso is a core figure torso. You can make me small again, please.
Trying to. There's a lot going on over here, Eric.
He's the torso. Main torso is a core figure. The legs are from Thunder, so he's an amalgam just like me.
So what you're saying is, if you did have a tattoo, it would be the Delta 17 logo.
Yeah,
All right.
that or a cross. And my wife has promptly told me if I get a tattoo, she will take a knife and carve it off of me.
All right, that seems fair.
Yeah, Adam, you must.
All three of you can get one.
Yeah, Adam, you talk to my lovely wife about that.
Good morning, Paul.
I'm going to get fourth oldest Waffle House across my chest.
From
You must have been in Georgia recently.
What was that?
I said he must have been in Georgia recently if he wants to get a Waffle House tattoo.
Yeah, we went to the fourth oldest Waffle House in
South Carolina,
in America, and the longest operating in America. Yeah, and the longest operating, the longest still open. So number 1, 2, and 3 aren't open anymore.
Yeah,
it was amazing. So, and we didn't get into a fight either.
No,
you didn't get the whole experience then.
He hasn't got the full Waffle House experience yet.
That place was slammed. I was surprised how busy it was.
Well, half of Joe Fest was in there. So
yeah,
that's good.
What's funny is
he'll do it.
We're in Augusta, Georgia, and we go to South Carolina for breakfast, and it's only 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
yep. Adam will get a Waffle House tattoo. I'm amazed he hasn't got one already.
Yeah. And have a bite out of it.
Yeah. Well, I discussed this. I was going to get Hasbro 1982, maybe on my inner thigh or something, because I was born in 1982. So, how good would that be?
Kids.
Babies.
Well, I was prime age for G.I. Joe and
Me too.
Masters Universe in 1982. So
me too.
Yeah.
7 years old.
I was 10. It was awesome.
You're old, Casey.
I am old. I'm all right with that. You have anything you want to show off, Matt?
To be honest, I didn't pick anything up this week. The last couple of weeks, I've really just been grinding, kind of working on getting my stuff together. There's a lot of things that have to happen, so I'm trying to get a little more aggressive with maybe like my attendance at the shows and social media. So unfortunately, I'm doing all the work right now. Hopefully that'll pay off, and then I can treat myself to some things. But here's the exciting stuff I picked up this week. They had a great deal at Staples, so I picked up some business cards and some palm cards, and I did order a couple more backgrounds just in preparation for some upcoming shows. So that's about as exciting as it got for me as far as it's all necessary stuff.
Right. Yeah. Good morning, Campbell.
Hey, Campbell.
And Peter Malloyne. Good morning. And Jeremiah says you're a youngin'.
I am.
Yeah.
So I mean, we know you got this thing, and we'll get into it. But I mean, collecting wise, do you collect anything toy
I
wise?
do, yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge collector. I'm all over the place with my collection, and I think that's just how I was as a child.
That's
We
me.
didn't have like a ton of everything, but I had a little bit of everything. So all my stuff was lost in a move, which now like I'm on like a mission to try to get my stuff back. So that's kind of like what I do. So I'm collecting, the GI Joes that I had. I'm not trying to do like complete runs. Obviously, there's some figures that I've always wanted, but and I'll probably grab them, but I'm not gonna do like a complete run or anything like that. And then I just like to collect. If I had it, I have Nintendo, Super Nintendo collection. I have VHS collection behind me. I just enjoy like the thrill of the hunt. Going to thrift stores or going to Joe's and finding stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, that clicks. I completely forgot about that, but I see it and I need it. Of the stuff that wasn't lost in the move was probably my Star Wars stuff because they weren't in a box. They were in like the C-3PO and the Vader case. So I do have my childhood stuff from that.
Nice.
And actually, I have a pretty decent Legend of Zelda collection sitting right next to me. I have, I don't know if I'm doing this, but I got
Wow.
pretty much everything. I got all the strategy guides, books, and every system and cartridges and all that stuff. So that's kind of like was like a focal point for a little while. But I think once I got to a point where I'm like, all right, I don't really need every single thing. I don't need every stuffed animal and all that stuff. I'm happy with just having the games and the guides and stuff. I started getting into the more of like the 80s and early 90s. I was born in 79, so I'm a little bit younger in the heart of the GI Joe stuff. I probably got more into like the weird GI Joe stuff, but I grew up.
I want to say hi to Son of Crayon Slayer. Love that name.
Yes.
And Lair Bear seems to think Zelda's the coolest.
I never could understand that game. No offense. It was just over my head.
Oh, there were lots of fences in Zelda, I reckon, and hedges.
Yeah.
And Adam Baum says your gaming collection is awesome.
It is.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, and you know what? I think I like collecting more than I like playing, to be honest. I played the one. I was probably 7 years old when it came out. Played with my dad, and we beat it. With no internet. Just the strategy guides or talking to people, and like it was like a real adventure. And I never played really any of them until Breath of the Wild because my daughter got it for Switch, and then I was like, man, I missed like a whole great franchise. So I started like I should get all those ones that everyone talked about. I never got into them, so I've been collecting them. Being older and having kids and a job and other hobbies, I haven't really had too much time to play them.
Yeah, collecting. I look at stuff like, okay, this figure, I really wanted it, but it's not a necessity. I mean, I get that. And fortunately, I can, if money's tight that week, I will pass on stuff. But collecting, I think you're right. I think it's the thrill of the hunt, going and getting stuff that you really, really like. I always try to tell people their toys are not necessary, but they are fun.
Yeah. That they are. I don't remember that one.
You just hunt for He-Mans. Maybe, I don't know. So
Casey hunts for He-Mans in version 2 Airborns.
There is no version 2 of Airborne.
No, can we?
Yeah.
20 minutes. We got pretty far.
So, what got you started making these shadow boxes?
So like I did have the Star Wars figures. They were in my mom's attic, and I think at some point, just like we all get the call, like, "Hey, get your stuff, get it out of here." So I had it, put it in the garage in some tub, and that's just where it was. It was just stowed away in a tub. And then I'd see online people had great collections showed off, and it's like such a shame to have that stuff sitting in the tub. It'd be great to have it displayed. And to be honest, there's other Shadowbox people out there. I was going to buy one of the ones. There's a guy in the UK who makes them, and I put it in my cart. And by the time you add shipping and handling, it was over $1,000. And I was like, I want it out of the tub, but I don't really want it out of the tub that bad. So I was like, I could probably make it. I'm in the construction industry. I know how to put things together. I'm like, I can't really say I'm a graphic designer, but I do know how to do it. I guess just self-taught. So I was like, I'll just make my own. And I went ahead and made my own. I thought it looked great. Hung it up in my garage. My garage is kind of like my shop / man cave. It looked great. And I was like, all right, this looks pretty good. I had a couple friends who saw it and said, if you make one for us, like we'll pay you. So I sold 2 of them to 2 of my friends. And then I was like, if I can make a couple bucks on these, I'll start selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So I sold a couple Facebook Marketplace just to locals, and I'm in like Philadelphia, so you're somewhat close to like New Jersey, New York, the tri-state area. So I had people come from New York and New Jersey and want them. So I was like, all right. Then I had one show, and not a show. I had someone contact me on Facebook Marketplace who really wasn't in the area, but he was going to be at a local show. He was going to be at RetroCon, and he said, I'll make you a deal. I'm not really from the area. I'm headed to RetroCon. It'd be another 45 minutes to get to you. If you can meet me there, I'll get you a ticket to come in. So I was like, all right, that sounds like a good deal to me. So I met the gentleman there, sold him one of the cases, and then he gave me the ticket, and I walked around RetroCon, and it was really like one of the first shows I went to. I really wasn't in that space. I was, doing my own thing. And that's when I think I got the bug back. I was like, man, like all this stuff is so cool. I could see myself just decorating the room or whatever with the stuff that I like. And then I was talking to the gentleman who bought the case, and he's like, you know what, if you had a booth here, you'd probably do pretty good. And I was like, yeah, maybe. So I started designing other cases. I started designing some things that I had. I had some of my stuff still. That was stuff that I bought after the move where everything was lost. I had some Power of the Force stuff. And I was like, yeah, again, that's in the tub. Let me display them. So I started just tinkering, doing graphic design. Everything was loose that I had, and the idea that I had was let's make it look like a card back. That way, instead of just putting 8 figures in a Michael's baseball bat case, like I can actually make it look somewhat cool. And I would just draw at night, watch a movie, and I'd be drawing, and just every night I'm just doing a little bit. And since then I probably have 9 or 10 designs, and I've been just trying to get into more and more, doing G.I. Joe. I'm working on some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now. I'm doing Masters of the Universe, because I think for different collectors, the case is a showcase. So if you're someone who wants to have like an adult themed room, you could have that Masters of the Universe case and just have the original 8 up there, and it kind of looks somewhat cool and professional, not too much. But for the collectors who do want too much with everything everywhere, you still put that up there, and that's like your showpiece of here's the original 8, and I still have all my other stuff I want to show off. So I feel like it kind of hit it can hit a vast variety of collectors and showing it off, because there's really no point of having a collection if you're not going to display it in a good way. That's what it comes down to for me. You could have all kinds of stuff. People post photos of I hope I'm not shitting on anyone in the chat, but stuff still in the cardboard box. It's like, that's cool, but I don't know. For me to have a collection, show that off, I think. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not an inbox collector. Everything comes out eventually.
Yeah, and I apologize for those of you that are into.
You're fine.
No,
You're fine.
It doesn't display.
I've got several figures that are still in the box, and whenever I
Character.
bought them, I was like, "This is going to be worth something." So I set them back there, and now I'm like, "Is it really going to be worth anything, or is it just worth something to me?" Like I got the spirit that's modeled after Billy from Predator. Whenever I got it, the price on it just like skyrocketed, and I have it in like a little display, like a clamshell case, but I think it's only worth something to maybe me. I don't know, but I'm going back more to the O-ring and that kind of collecting. Um, what all sizes do you do? Do you go back into like the 70s and do stuff for like Mego and the
Not
original
yet.
Joes, or
So the last case that I just designed was, it's not for the 82s, so a 16-year run. But I did have people. So I did work RetroCon 2 weeks ago. It was the first show that I did. I had all my cases set up, and everyone was things. They'll see and I see things, but specifically, what I build, it's a pretty simple. For it needs to be. You can just have to get the shelf. So I've had people ask about Black Series. I've had them ask about Classified, and I think I'll get there. It's just I'm starting off right now, and I'm trying to build like a fundamental basic set of like what I think would probably be the most popular, which is Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe, Ninja Turtles, and the plan on expanding for whatever the industry need would be.
have you thought about Transformers?
I did. I've actually had several people ask about that. And I think it's possible. It's just there's a lot of different sizes. So it's going to take a little bit of creativity to figure it out. If you do like all Autobots or something, it's a little bit simpler. But once you have all the different sizes, I just have to work through it. I'm not there yet. Maybe if we did a check-in next year, I'd be like, oh yeah, I got 3 or 4 cases done already. Just really getting started. I mean, this is all new to me.
With them, you might have to go with like a single box, just like replicate what the Transformer might have came in. Like Optimus Prime, that would be a hard one to do, let alone the big city. So that was just out of the blue question.
No, there's definitely a need. Like I said, I've had several people say like, if you built one, I would definitely grab it. And I started tinkering. I know sometimes I might have ADHD, so like I know I force myself to focus. I don't want to get too much into it until I finish my Turtles one. But I did have some ideas where maybe I could do like Optimus Prime like on the bottom, just maybe half the shelf, and then the Autobots could be smaller. I really did. I got to some what collectors I just of what they need. So I had to do like a deep dive, and I start, reading more books or magazines and utilizing all the websites. That's what I want to make sure that it if it wasn't something that I was hugely into, because Transformers, but again, I only had like some people that's all they had, and they know everything about it, and I don't.
All right. We're having some connection issues, so why don't I throw up the video and we can pause on them and people can ask questions.
Yep. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Hold on, I gotta go back. So here's I like that.
Yeah. That's a cool display.
So you got places for the file card and the figure. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's like that'd be the Dreadnought.
How long does something like that take to make? Just curious.
Take the build.
Yeah.
Probably about 3 hours for me total. But that's after I already designed it. You know,
Right.
for me to design it, it takes a while, but I'm not doing this full time, so it's not like I'm
Right.
sitting there for 8 hours drawing it. I might draw for a half hour one night and then turn the PlayStation on. And I might just do that every night, you know, for 2 weeks or 3 weeks until I iron it out. So that's kind of how that works for me. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. There's ones that I just can't get right. Like it just doesn't feel right, and I'll just scrap it and have to start all over.
So, are the file cards part of the background, or is that
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, so it's basically a poster.
Okay.
It's like a hard backer, and everything's printed directly onto
Okay.
there. So it's not like it's a glued on file card. It's all printed directly as one thing.
Okay, that looks great.
Yeah.
Cool. So there's a frame around the outside. Is it like an aluminium frame, or is that?
No, it's just wood. It's
Oh, yeah.
wood.
Yep.
And it goes around, and it has like an acrylic dust cover or face, you know, to keep the dust
Mhm.
out, and LED lights that go around it. And
And little are they glass shelves inside? Is that what you're using inside?
yeah, they're glass, but I'm switching over to acrylic.
Yep.
I was using 1/4-inch plate glass, but I'm switching everything over to acrylic now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Ronnie, what kind of frame did you say that was? Think that was?
Aluminium.
You mean aluminum?
Yeah.
So you're getting some positive feedback here. Adam Baum says it's really cool.
I love that.
Jeremiah says awesome. And Plastic says it's sharp.
It is. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
So sharp it'll cut you.
So the lights installed, are they mains powered or battery operated? How do we?
I did experiment with a battery operated. It wasn't as bright. It wasn't bright enough.
Okay. Yeah.
You could always swap it out if you had a need, but the ones I use are plug-in.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
What? And color changing too? You can change colors? Ooh.
Yeah, you could change the colors.
That's beautiful.
So that one is that's just a there. I can always name people wanted their top 100 or the first 100. You know, G.I. Joe obviously has a lot of figures, so I wanted to have a random one, you know, where you can get a lot of figures in, and then I was really focusing more on like some of the sub teams.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
So Plastic Fantastic wants to know if it's really heavy if you're using glass.
So I only use glass on the shelves as of right now, and like the real big one. So the one that you're looking at right now, it has 5 1/4-inch plate glass, including the wood, everything as a whole with the glass, with the hangers and everything. Two of them really frames rated. I ship them.
Peter Malloy says these are amazing.
Yeah.
There's other ones coming too that are awesome.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
So that's my garage. That's my little workspace.
That's yours.
I have a desk, and that's like my wall that I have next to me.
Those are fantastic.
giving me ideas.
And you can kind of see outside of like the original Kenner line one, they all are intended to resemble the card back. If you're familiar with like that Rogue One line, obviously I could have picked any character, but when it comes to like the design standpoint, I feel like Krennic would look better than like a Death Trooper just because of the colors, the white pops and kind of matches other things. But I could always interchange that stuff. If someone was like, I really, really want one of them, but I want Andor, or I want Jin or whatever it was.
Yeah, you got Kiwi, our friend Campbell, who is he's just like a MacGyver of our community. He's loves these.
Yeah, I didn't have the Phantom Menace. I didn't have all the figures. I had a couple of them. I probably had like 10 or 12, and I built the case and I did my research and was like, okay, there's actually 50 individual figures, so let me figure out how I can work them. And then I just went on a hunt to try to find the rest. So it's actually, for someone like me who likes that thrill of the hunt, I knew what I needed to find. And if I could find a lot that had, 8 figures on eBay that I didn't have any of them, I would pull the trigger, and just makes it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Deep Six. Water cooler Deep Six.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, I'm not a big Eco Warriors guy, but that is so cool.
Indeed.
With like what one or something. I was probably 10 or 11 years old, so I had a couple of them. I had a couple more. I still have a couple more, I think, but they're I think the O-rings are busted. I got to fix them. I think I have like Toxo Zombie, and I don't know, for some reason I thought that line was cool, and I make what I had. There's awesome. Another picture. That's just the average. That's the 100 that you could put on there.
I'm trying to picture how big that would be. So that for 100 figures, how wide and
so it's about 4 feet wide.
Yeah,
4 feet wide, and it's 32 inches. 32 inches high.
Okay. Yeah. So like a television size.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough. I could probably sit there and watch that a bit longer than I could a television, to be honest. That's very cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Oh, Ninja Force, yeah.
That black light and light pops.
Yeah, this was one of the the best ones that I enjoyed making. Again, depending on your generation, I know a lot of people don't like the neon colored Joes, but this is when I had a bunch of them, and I just loved it, and I thought it was cool to do something a little bit different. They didn't have that flame burst. They had that. I don't even know what that design would be called, but just between the colors and the LED kind of makes it almost look like a black light.
It does, yeah.
Really pop.
Yeah, I've noticed that in my own cabinet because this is my jam as well. I love the neons, and when the colors change in my cabinet, the way the light hits some of these neon colors, they stand out. Like they always glow when compared to some of the earlier Joes. So that's right up my alley. It's really cool.
Yeah, and I did have someone at the show. They were interested. They grabbed my. I didn't have a card at the time, but I did have some stickers that have my QR code. He said this wanted to change out in one Storm Shadow. So again, it would probably take a little bit of work, but I have like a base shadow box, and then if you want to customize something, we could probably do it for a couple bucks more or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey Ronnie, what what Ninja Force figure's missing?
What I'm missing from there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's that down at the bottom? That's Shebang, isn't it? And Nunchuck and Dojo. That's Dice and Slice and the Night Creeper leader. Who's missing? Tegan Zoo is missing.
I
Storm
was
Shadow's
hoping.
missing.
I was hoping
Snake
you'd
Eyes
say
is missing.
Trailer Park Scarlet.
Trailer Park Scarlet. Trailer Park Scarlet is definitely missing.
Birthing Hip Scarlet.
Yeah.
in a Ninja Force, actually.
Orange Slice is missing as well.
Orange Slice.
Yeah. Zartan. Zartan was Ninja Force, wasn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
with the mohawk.
Yeah, Ninja Force Zartan. Right. Am I allowed to cheat and look at my own cabinet?
No.
You know we have no rules on Podcast from the Pit.
Yeah, there's a couple of Snake Eyes versions that are missing there. The Night Creeper, the pink Night Creeper with the funny, strange head. He's missing.
Other people's joining in. Shark Eye says Road Pig.
Yep.
Kiwi says Red Ninja. Who's not red?
Yes. Yeah. That figure is super expensive, and no one knows why. And it's not even red. Yeah. That just about covers it, I reckon. I don't think there's anyone else.
There is not a Tiger Force or Night Force yet. Again, I'll get to all of them. Like I said, if we do the show in about a year, you'll see a lot more. But just getting rolling here, Kiwi.
Now here's a closer one of the Dreadnoks. I love this one.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I'm not a big Dreadnoks fan, but I like that. Getting something like that would push me to get all the Dreadnoks.
I imagine if you start working your way into classified scale, a lot of people would be like, "Hey, I got to get those for."
Yeah.
Classified's so huge now.
Yeah.
We're more vintage.
Yeah,
but
the Lord scale.
The Lord scale.
And if it look different, instead of doing the same exact design, if I did like the Dreadnought one, I'd maybe try to do something a little bit different. I might be doing this one, not to get away from the classified, because I definitely hear that need, and I think I want to one sooner than later. But I was thinking about maybe trying to include like the Thunder Machine or something for this design. Maybe doing like a upped version, because you kind of have like a little bit of a dead space where I just put those three logos. And I think if I expanded it a little bit wider, I might put like the Thunder Machine on the top.
Very cool.
So Wes wants to know how these open up.
Oh yeah, good.
That is a good question.
Okay, so yeah, pretty simple. Actually, is it possible to go back to that Eco Warriors one? I think that the way that angle is, I might be able to show or talk through.
There it is.
So in the so there's all cut on all three sides, and then the wood is actually cut back a little bit, so the wood will sit up the face of that. So you kind of either can go straight down with it, or you could pocket in the one side. I guess I'm in the glass industry, so that's how it works.
Beautiful.
Joe A. Ross says these displays are amazing.
They are.
And Gaz has a point. I think one of these dedicated to Duke would be fantastic.
Or the Hydra Viper.
or both Airborns.
Yes.
Let's get back to where we were.
Both Airborns would be amazing.
No, it's Airborne and Robert 6. So we haven't seen this picture. They look so good together. Can you imagine a whole wall of these? broken up by sub teams and
Yeah.
maybe even by, you have one for 82s, you have one for your 83s. I think that would be the ultimate way to display your figures.
Yeah.
So with Christmas coming up, I think I'm going to have to talk to my wife.
Yep. Me too. I'm gonna have to talk to your wife too, because my wife will say no.
Hey, she sends you to Joe Fest every year, but I think that's for her sanity.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more for her than me.
I love this.
Yep. And Matt has dropped out.
Oh no.
I'll watch
There
for
were
him to
some
come back.
internet issues. There were some internet issues.
Yeah, I'm
He's
sorry.
coming back.
Apologize for having some internet issues.
You're fine.
You,
you're right.
you ain't the first one. You won't be the last one.
Just
I mean-
talk amongst yourselves. Yeah.
It's kind of why I use my cell phone now, because the internet is not very welcoming here in West Virginia.
I actually I tried switching over to my cell phone, and that's what completely jumped me off. So I'll stay back on my shitty home internet.
At least it's not West Virginia internet.
Yeah. I'd be froze
Like,
up.
I mean, the good thing about West Virginia internet is only that your neighbor's 3 miles away from you. Where I'm at, there's people everywhere.
Actually, mine's not. Mine are right up on me here.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, I'm very interested in the Masters of the Universe one because I love Lil Mo too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, went with the original 8, trying to get that card back feel, because listen, we all know how expensive it is to get a carded figure, right?
Oh yeah.
How much is it for any one of these? It's going to be a couple $100. Where we all either have the loose figure, or we could pick up the loose figure for somewhat of a decent price, and you can get that feel of everything. I put the comic in the back. You have their name above them. Try to match the fonts as close as possible, typically, and give you everything you need.
Amazing. Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, again, I can get into like some sub teams. Do like the Hordax or the Snake Man or whatever, and
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Castle
Is there
Grayskull.
any assembly required coming out of your garage, or they're ready to go as soon as they rock up?
They're ready to go. I don't put the LED light strip on just because it's adhesive. People can typically handle that. But they'll be ready to go, and some of them will have like a floating shelf. If you like, this one doesn't have a floating shelf. The shelf goes from side to side. But if you notice, like the Rogue One or like the Ninja Force, the shelf will stop complete, like in the middle. All I really do there is I put a plastic tube on a screw, and I run that through the backer. I'll have it pre-drilled. You just have to start that screw a little bit is all you have to do, and that kind of holds the end of the other shelf. So very, very minimal assembly will be required.
That's cool. Are you able to freight them around, or you just pick up at the moment?
I've only been doing pickup. I did do one. Someone wanted one of the big Star Wars ones, and I shipped it to Texas, and it was $300.
Oh god.
The smaller ones aren't that bad. I haven't shipped any yet, but I have like the app on my computer now, and I did figure it, and it's only like $50 to ship some of these smaller ones, so I think it's definitely feasible. I want to be in a market to where people can afford these. Obviously, they're going to cost a couple bucks depending on the size. Like the Masters of the Universe, $250. I think it's between the material and the labor, I really can't do much cheaper, unfortunately.
That's not bad.
But to showcase your collection, I think it's a good investment. The bigger ones, will cost more. Like the Dreadnoks is $375, but that's almost twice as big. So I think they're reasonable. Again, you're not going to be paying $1,000, and I'm not shipping the big ones right now because then I'm not in that cheap market anymore. So the bigger ones, which are 500 some, if you add $300 shipping, it's not really that great of a deal. So I think ship the smaller ones and pick up the bigger ones and the smaller ones if you're local.
So let me ask, like, you got this Master of the Universe one. I think it's beautiful.
Yes.
Is this the only background, or can you change the names? Or
That's all I have right now, but changing the names, if it's just the names, it's
Yeah.
pretty easy. If it's the mini comics and the names, it takes a little bit
No.
more. So again, if you need something customized, this one right now, like I said, is $250. If I do customization and it's like a simple customization like that, I would say like probably $275 or $280. We can. I'm pretty easy to work with.
yeah, very interested, because I rearranged my room and I wanted to get the Joes behind me. So I'm looking for a way to display my Motu. And for vintage figures, I think this is awesome.
Yes.
So Joe Hutter wants to know, what about any mask figures? Do you have any ideas for mask?
I thought about it and I'm willing to listen, but for me, when it comes to mask, like it's all about the vehicles.
Right.
I wouldn't do one for the figures unless if you really wanted it, we could probably figure something out. But I don't see a big market for just like the figures for the mask. And then again, it comes to the size issue. You have so many different sizes. I'd have to figure out if it's going to work. But thought about it. Just I didn't really cross that bridge completely.
Let me catch up with some chat here. Shark Guy said West Virginia internet is powered by water wheels and pulley systems.
Yes, sir. And coal. It's coal powered.
Kiwi says
He's
you're very
he's
talented.
doing better than I am.
You sound great now.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Good.
cool.
You're very talented. And Jetman says he would like one for his Black Series Ewoks.
Very good.
Yeah.
Cool.
No issue. Again, if it probably wouldn't be something I would just build as like a regular one, but if someone wants to do some customization work and they tell me what they need, we can figure all that out. I'll make sure that everyone does have my info.
Great.
I didn't join the chat because I didn't log into the my YouTube page, but it's my email is just info@glazerspride.com. It's GLAZIERSPRIDE.com. It's a different website that I have, but I made like a hidden page here because it's expensive to run websites. So
Yes. And I'm not very technical, so I'm not. I apologize to all my guests. I don't put their information in the descriptions and all that. So if you want, after the episode, just log into the chat and throw that information in there, because we have people rewatch later, and it's be good. And I'm sorry, guys, I will get better.
I could actually probably log in on my iPad and maybe do it. So, but I'll focus on the podcast first and see if I can multitask.
Have you ever thought about doing one for the core figures? Ronnie's wanting to know.
Core. Give me a little bit more information on the core. Core what?
These guys. They're like knockoff G.I. Joes.
Knockoff. Wow.
No.
These guys right here.
Wasn't on my radar, but if you need something, brother, I'm always willing to do what I can.
They're not really knockoff, but they're like the Walmart brand, I guess. I used to see them all the time at Walmart. I don't see them anymore. They're pretty nice. I mean, this guy, had my arm twisted by a certain Australian friend of mine named Ronnie Trickshaw to buy him because nobody would buy Boomerang Billy.
Well, maybe because he's got a name like Boomerang Billy.
Yeah. It took a hillbilly to buy him.
Should have called him Airborne.
Hey. Thought we were better than that.
So I was watching a stream the other day that Casey was on, and he was absolutely trashing a gift that somebody spent their hard money to get him. And he's like, it's still in its little clamshell. It'll never come out of that little clamshell.
It made the cabinet though, didn't it? But
It's
yeah,
giving me grief.
these I love all these.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we can get that information in there, that would be awesome.
Might have to talk to you about an idea.
When my internet was down, were you able to show the 82s? Was that part of the slideshow, or that not on there?
I missed it.
Did you have them in a different video?
Yeah.
You
In the
sent me
first
the-
one I sent you.
I sent like a bundle. I sent like 3 different bundles of photos.
Yeah. I had them in
All good
one
if not.
video.
Here.
I had them in one video and it completely screwed up. And then I was scrambling last night to redo it and I missed it. I apologize.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So is that the original Joe's or is it Joe's and Cobra?
It's Joe's and Cobra, so it's 16 figures. So it's including 4 vehicle drivers, Joe's and Cobra. But there's only really Cobra Commander, which was the mail-in, and then there's Cobra and Cobra Officer, and that's it.
I'm gonna let this play until we see something different.
Okay.
Because you might have just sent me the same one twice. It looks like you sent me the same one twice.
Yeah. I apologize.
It's
I
all
was
right.
scrambling. Yep.
No worries. I thought I added something in the chat through YouTube, but it's not showing up. So I guess I'm not that technical either.
I put the links in there as well, but maybe they're not working. It's weird. I'll put your links in the chat, but yeah, maybe YouTube's not allowing a link. It's glazier'spride.com/shadowbox-inserts. For everyone that's watching.
That's right. Yeah.
Again, I apologize for not being technical.
And I apologize for screwing the video up.
I apologize for nothing.
I will get better at this. It's only been a year or so.
Well, like Casey messaged me last night. He's like, he's like, the video has the big Filmora thing of watermark across every picture. I'm like, oh no. So I'm scrambling and trying to redo it. And I sent it to him and I was like, shoot, I forgot to size it for YouTube. So I went back and redone it all again. And I was in a panic. I struggled.
No worries.
Sometimes.
Like I said, one of the things I made this week was my business card, and I don't know if this will work, but if people want to try to scan that, that would lead to my YouTube and my website, or if you wanted to email me. So again, I don't know if it's working, but if anyone wanted to, I do have that up there. And,
hold it to your left a little bit. There you
There
go.
you go.
That might work.
Let's hope.
Here at Podcast from the Pit, we're
Someone said
not
that
afraid
works,
to try
so.
anything.
Yeah, Rex Shift said it worked.
Cool.
Thanks, Rexship. Yeah, I've been trying to be a little bit better with the social, so I got like a TikTok on there. I think the last video I put up was the 82s, so you can see that. And I made sure I added the names. I think adding the names is important. I like it anyway. I think even for like my Ninja Force one, I might go back and add the names. Originally, it was just you could put people wherever. People might want to do that, but I think I'll at least have the option.
Yeah. As a person who's not a Ninja Force fan, that one was sharp.
That was.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
And it's the same with
Yeah.
me with the Dreadnoks. I could take or leave the Dreadnoks, but that was just tighter than bark on a tree.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anybody in the chat have any good questions before we wrap up? Because I want to make sure everybody gets some stuff.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could. That's the only way I could post a link.
Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate that. Like I said, I have an online store for hard hat stickers for the construction industry. So I'm assuming no one's going to be interested in that. So yes, if you go to the hamburger, go down the Shdowbox, and that's where that'll take you to what you really want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's a good thought, Joe. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put out. Like I said, I'm going to do the turtles next. So my plan for the turtles was, I think it's an original 10. I think it's your 4 turtles, Splinter, April O'Neil, and then you have Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder, and a Foot Soldier. But what is I know there's been some ideas, some people, specifically want like the Ewoks, or they want Mask, or we talked about Transformers. What do you think, as far as like the overall biggest gap of what the toy industry really wants right now? What do you think that would be?
I would probably say, honestly, as popular as it is, I would say classifieds.
Classified's
or
probably the one. Yeah.
yeah,
There's nothing to display classified figures
No.
except going to IKEA and buying a detail. Let's be
Yeah.
totally honest.
Yeah.
You could probably do
And then would you say like a sub team, or because right now there's got to be at least 200 probably, right?
170 or so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Night Force. They definitely have Tiger Force, Python Patrol. But I would like a Delta 17 one.
Yes. There you go. Delta 17 will be the bomb.
Yep.
Or buy 8 DTOFs. Yeah.
Oh, look, which aren't for sale anymore, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. I think even if you just did a G.I. Joe cabinet in the 6-inch scale,
people put what they want in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have it say classified, or like just a big explosion in the background.
Or I was just thinking, how about the original Action Force?
Ooh, yes.
That would be awesome.
Casey's going down a rabbit hole.
I never go down rabbit holes.
You go down rabbit trails.
One for 30th anniversary, 12-inch Joes, Army, Navy, Air Force.
Yeah.
All great ideas.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Joe Hunter wants to know, have you ever been to Joe Fest or plan on going?
So I plan on it. I think they have different plans though. So I just did RetroCon, which is in Oaks, PA, and the show was pretty good for me. The cases aren't like an impulse buy. Like some people are going to go up and they want to buy one figure for $20. It's no big deal. Where with what I'm selling, people might have to redo their room. They're like, oh, I'm interested, but I gotta figure a couple things out. So I sold a couple, but it's not like an impulse buy. I did well enough to where I was like, I think I want to do more of these. So I contacted Joe Fest, and unfortunately they're sold out for next year. So I added myself to the waiting list. I considered maybe just setting myself up in the parking lot. I'm not sure how that would go, but
sell out of your room.
Would be,
is
that
sell out of your room?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Or in the lobby.
I've never been. You gotta. Yeah, this is all new to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the lobby swap would be fire for you because you got all kinds of people coming through.
Yeah.
You can have like pictures of them, so you don't have to lug them all around with you.
Yeah.
You get somebody interested, they can come up and buy them.
Yeah.
If I did it, because I learned from RetroCon, I brought like 25 of them, and I brought them all in, and I set most of them up, and I definitely didn't sell 25 of them, so it was a lot of work. I
Yeah.
think what I would do next time is probably just rent like a U-Haul and leave them in the U-Haul, and then just bring in like 3. And then if people want them, I'll just be like, all right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Go out and just sell out of the U-Haul, and then
Yep.
come back. I think that's kind of how I've been thinking about doing it. But or again, people might not be ready, and they might just want my contact info, or they'd rather me just ship it for an extra $50. So
And
having a presence there would be important. So if selling out of the room or selling out of the lobby or something is a thing, then you probably will see me there.
And
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you decide to go and do that, let us know and do a post, and we will share your post on all of ours, and we'll get the word out. And
we
You
can
can't-
put your information on our table.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah,
If you're in the lobby though, you can't. No one can miss you. It's basically a corridor that runs back from the convention all the way to the accommodation where everyone is staying. So everyone that walks past is going to run into you.
they have a couple different areas where they do lobby swaps too. So
Yep.
So
Okay.
Shark Guys asked the question: are the vintage Joe cabinets able to fit the modern 4-inch scales,
Well,
like
that's
the
a good question, yeah.
25th and the Pursuit of Cobra, etc.?
I never tried, but I imagine it would, because there's definitely room. Maybe the burst might have to get a little bit bigger, but I think we'd be fine. Yeah.
Can you imagine the Renegades?
Some of this is new to me.
Yeah, Renegades,
Yeah.
modern dreadnoughts with all the special ones. Oh, be so cool. And Joe Hunter's got an idea. He says you can walk around all day handing out your business cards.
yes,
And if they're interested, they'll let you know, and you can just work it out from there.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. I appreciate all the ideas, because, like I said, I'm kind of new to this world. I've always had the stuff, and I've always collected, and it's always been a part of me. For a while, when you have kids, it's not really a part of you at all. But now I'm getting back into it, and found something that I enjoy doing. I like doing the designs and builds, and I'm really making people happy, right? Like it helps them achieve the goal that they want to display their room. So I like that part of it. So I appreciate everyone in the community, with the advice, or the pats on the backs. It keeps me going, because if people don't buy them, or people aren't excited about them, then I'll just stop doing it. So I do appreciate it.
here's
I
a question.
definitely see a market for it.
Yeah. So I got a question. Are the figures included?
I think we all know the answer to that question.
Well, I'm just trying to hit a disclaimer there that figures are not included.
Gotcha. Yeah,
if
Good
you buy
point.
one, Eric, I'm sure there's an airborne version too included.
Yes. Casey would throw it at me.
I was thinking about
Could
doing
you-
something a little like different. I was thinking about doing like a Mad Balls display, like a display with your original 8 Mad Balls, and get away from the figures, and again, try to hit everyone in the industry, because people who are into that kind of stuff will walk by and not think that I'm for them, but maybe there is something there.
What about Lego? Like minifigs?
Yeah, actually, my nephew's really into them, and my sister came up and she worked the show with me, and she was like thinking about it. I said, "Well, you let me know when you know what he wants. I'll definitely make something." So it's all possible. It's just a matter of time and just the energy being put into it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you make it to Joe Fest, leave a stack of your cards on our table, and we will shout you out, and we'll point people to you, and we only ask for a small nominal fee of a high five.
I can handle that. I can definitely handle that. I appreciate you guys inviting me on. I appreciate the connection to get me on here. This is good stuff. It definitely helps me. It's it's not easy getting a brand out there sometimes. As much as you think you're doing everything on social medias. When I look at my TikTok and I had 35 views, I know that it's just not reaching everybody. There's probably a couple more people outside of those 35.
Yeah, for sure. But just thanks again for coming on. This was fun. Might be a little costly for me, because I'm really considering that Motu one.
I'm actually
Chris-
thinking
Christmas
about
is coming
the
up.
I'm actually thinking about
That's
the
right.
100 Joe one.
Yeah, that's whew. It's huge.
Well,
I don't know. He says it's the size of like a normal TV nowadays. So
yeah, and I'm running out
It's-
of room in my display cabinet, so
solves a lot of problems and
yeah.
looks good. So
I think
yeah,
I think the 48 by 32 size is just like almost perfect. And it's not much bigger than a poster, to be honest. That I'm looking at the poster on my wall. That poster is probably 24 by 36, so it's only a little bit bigger than a poster size, but would really add like a showcase style feel to your collection.
Yeah.
It's like this is what I love. This is a part of me.
right on. Well, like I said, thank you so much for coming on.
Yep.
Ronnie, you got anything coming up on your show?
We're always cooking something up. I think I might stream with Jeremiah next week.
Nice.
Got a cheeky idea. Yeah, I was going to film something today. I was going to do a video on all of my dial tones and all of my dial tone stuff. That's still on the cards. So yeah, I'm sure I'll do that at some point. But cricket season started, boys. So my time's just gone.
I understand.
So you catching anything with them crickets?
I don't know if that joke was funny the first time, Eric.
I know.
Let alone
Well, you know,
753rd, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
you know what the definition of insanity is?
Yeah, man.
Doing the
Yeah.
same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah. Good on you, mate.
I'm trying, man.
All right, everybody. We will be back next week. Right now, it looks like we're going to have Max
Ooh, hello.
and Max and Wes on.
Oh,
Max
yeah.
has an idea.
Fantastic.
We're going to run with that.
Fantastic.
So, well, hopefully we'll see you there. Everybody have a great weekend.
Yep.
Oh, and if you don't subscribe, please subscribe.
Yeah. And subscribe. Check out Matt.
Shdowbox.
there. Yes. Sorry, I drew a blank.
Well, thanks again.
And-
Appreciate it.
Thank you.